When you are taking 8 kids on vacation, every attraction has to answer one big question. Is it actually worth the money for a family of 10? Before this trip, I'll be honest, I was a little skeptical about spending money on the aquarium. I've always thought once you've seen one fish, haven't you seen them all? But our kids had one place that they kept asking for over and over. They wanted to go to the Ripley's Aquarium. So we decided to give it a chance. And today, I'm sharing our honest experience, what we loved, what surprised us, and whether we think it was worth the money for a large family. Welcome to the Mama Simply channel. We are a family of 10 sharing real food, simple living, and everyday adventures with our large family. On this trip to Gatlinburg, we tested out popular attractions from the perspective of a large family. Because when you're paying for 10 people, you want to know, will everyone enjoy it? Will it work for little kids and big kids? Because we all know teens are very difficult to impress. And will we walk away feeling like it was worth it? When we arrived at the Ripley's Aquarium, the first thing we noticed was this is a really family-friendly environment. We have kids ranging from 1-year-old all the way up to teenagers, and sometimes that can make choosing activities challenging. What works for one age doesn't always work for the other, but right away, everyone found something that interested them. One thing that really surprised me was that the aquarium was at the top of everyone's list. All 8 of our kids kept saying, "Can we please go to the aquarium?" And this was a repetitive theme. When we sat down and we were planning out the vacation and what attractions everybody wanted to go to, because in a large family, we can't do everything. And so we researched, we looked up the different attractions, and the aquarium was on everybody's list of what they wanted to do, from the little kids up to the teens. So honestly, myself and Greg needed the convincing, but this was one of the best parts of family vacations, is sometimes saying yes to your kids to do activities that they are really, really excited about and something that everybody is going to enjoy. The Ripley's Aquarium did a really good job of having something for every age group. Our youngest kids enjoyed the hands-on areas. The play area was a huge hit, especially because it gave them a chance to move around and they didn't have to just look at exhibits or, they don't read or anything like that. So they really appreciated the hands-on and the interactive things. The older kids did like the play area, but it was limited by age. So it just wasn't really something quite as attractive to them, but they were willing to go with the younger kids and help them. So if you are taking younger kids, there were areas that you as the adult really weren't able to get into, and so they would need help. So that is something to take into consideration. But the play area was a really, really huge hit with the little kids and the hands-on exhibits. For my middle kids, the middle kids loved exploring all the different exhibits. They were so excited to see the animals up close and interact with the displays. They especially enjoyed the hands-on activities, and I'll show you here with the volcano exhibit. And they just loved exploring all the different areas of the aquarium. They loved seeing the sharks. They got so excited about it. They were just adorable. And even for the teens. Now, I will tell you, I was actually surprised at how much the teenagers enjoyed it. They liked walking around. They read the signs, and they were learning about the different animals. They were genuinely interested. And this is probably one of my favorite parts of the entire aquarium, was watching Jack's reaction. He was so excited. He knew so much about all the different sea creatures, and watching his face light up as he was watching everything and seeing everything, it was worth it. And sometimes as parents, we wonder if something will be worth the cost. And then seeing your children so excited and taking it all in, it just makes sense. And it's just such a great feeling knowing they're really enjoying this. One thing that I really appreciated about the Ripley's Aquarium was this wasn't just walking around looking at fish the whole time. The kids could interact with different exhibits. They could play with the volcano exhibit. There were lots of different areas to explore, and the younger kids had their own play space, and this really helped to keep everybody's attention. There also was another exhibit that was available with your ticket, and that included a reptile exhibit. And this reptile exhibit was included in the price of your ticket. So we explored that as well, and we found that to be really interesting, and the kids had a great time, and that was also very interactive. Okay, so let's talk about the cost. So that is the biggest question for a family of 10, is how much does it cost? We decided to purchase the Ripley's package, and we chose the aquarium and 2 additional attractions. And for our family, it was over $500. That is definitely an investment, and I wanted to make sure that we were honest about whether we felt we got our money's worth. The time needed, we spent about 3 hours at the aquarium between seeing all of the exhibits at the aquarium and also the reptile exhibit. I think that was a great amount of time for our family. It gave everyone the time to explore without feeling rushed. You could also have food there. They had options to eat and also visit the gift shop. So you could very easily spend 3 to 4 hours at the aquarium without feeling bored. Bathrooms and family logistics. Having so many kids of different ages means you're always thinking about logistics and bathroom breaks, keeping everyone together, and make sure that the little ones don't go crazy and get overwhelmed. And the aquarium made it very manageable for our family. It was stroller friendly, which is important when you're traveling with younger children. We didn't have to worry about little legs getting tired halfway through. Parking, it was a bit of a challenge, and this is one thing I would mention for larger families. Parking a 12-passenger van in a parking garage is not always easy. So instead of trying to find parking, we opted to use the free trolley system. It did mean waiting a little bit longer, but honestly, it was worth it. It saved us the stress of trying to navigate parking with such a large vehicle. And one thing that I really liked about the aquarium location is that you could easily spend the day walking around Gatlinburg. You could visit the aquarium. There were plenty of shops around. You could grab food and enjoy the area. The only thing to keep in mind is that the other Ripley attractions are spread out between Gatlinburg and the Pigeon Forge area, so you would need transportation for those. I do believe the trolley will work for the various areas, but that would be something that you would have to factor in, and we didn't do that. We just used the trolley to go to the Ripley's Aquarium. So would we do it again? After being skeptical, would we do it again? Absolutely. And honestly, I did not expect to say that. I thought maybe the little kids would enjoy it, but the teens would be bored. I was worried we'd spend about an hour and be done, but every age group found something that they loved. And it ended up being one of the favorite things we did on our trip for the kids. So our Mama Simply family score for the Ripley's family aquarium, our Ripley's aquarium for our family of 10 rated it a 5 stars. Its value, it was definitely a bigger investment for a family of 10, but the experience delivered. It was little kids friendly with the play area and hand-on exhibits. Those were a huge win. It was big kid friendly. The teens enjoyed learning and exploring. The older kids went off on their own to see the stingrays while we were using the restroom, and they felt like it was very easy to navigate, very manageable with navigation, but definitely plan ahead for parking in the parking garage or using the trolley. The time needed, the 3 to 4 hours was perfect for our family. And would we return? Yes, absolutely. This surprised me and was one of our favorite stops. Our biggest lesson from this experience is that sometimes the things we aren't sure about become the memories our kids talk about the most. They were convinced the aquarium would be worth it. Seeing Jack's excitement, hearing the kids talk about their favorite exhibits, and watching everyone enjoy it together made it completely worth it. If you're planning a Gatlinburg trip with a large family, I hope this gave you a realistic look at whether Ripley's Aquarium is worth it for your family. Next in our Gatlinburg series, we are sharing another popular attraction and answering the same question. Is it worth it for a family of 10? Thanks for coming along with us.